Zach, your old university roommate there, he was showing you some love and support. How does it feel to see your old roommate showing you that kind of support leading into the full season?
Yeah, we talk quite often, me, him, his brother, and some other buddies of ours. So we thought here it'd be a cool idea to send him some gear. We sent it to the facility for Trav, so he got it. We sent the other box to Jason's house, and if Jason lived the way that he did in college, it's understandable that he couldn't find the package. So he says. That's not a shot at Kylie. Sorry, Kylie, but yeah, it was something that everybody found out about yesterday morning, and yeah, those guys are supportive, of course. We've been friends for a long time, and can't take care of them and like put them in my box here because I don't have a box, but they usually take care of us and do that, so it's cool.
Did you reach out to him at all or talk to him yesterday when you found out about it?
Oh yeah, in our little chat, one of our other friends, I think that's who broke the news to me, him and Darren. So yeah.
This was orchestrated then. This wasn't like a surprise to you.
You
sent him the jersey. Yeah.
Well, okay, so
Great life.
I was talking to Trav and Jay. I'm like, yo, we're gonna play the West Final here.
Yeah.
If you can during the week, it'll be cool for the organization. If you were like, hey, we're supporting the Bombers, or just wear it and be like, hey, tune into the CFL. I don't think they read the text exactly correctly, so they wore it. They wore it when they wanted to wear it, but it's cool. I like the bobblehead in the back. That's the coolest part.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of reaction to this?
I'm not on social media, so if I wasn't here, I probably wouldn't have heard about it, except for from Nicole, and she was just wondering how it happened. Yeah.
What are some memories you have of living with Jason and Kelsey and just playing with them for the Bearcats?
Oh, they're great guys. If you watch the podcast, it's like hanging out with them. So I get a kick out of that. I get a kick out of the documentaries and stuff that come out about them. And I always tell these guys, it's like I get to spend an hour with you guys. It's cool to watch this. So they're just great people, and I'm not surprised at their success on and off the field.
Brady's going to be in Vancouver for sure. Grey Cup week. How badly do you guys want to make sure he's not alone?
I mean, that's the goal, right? Brady's obviously very deserving of that accolade. Representing our organization really well. But yeah, we're here. We're here from what is it now, May, when we report. Each day, day in and day out to reach the ultimate goal. So we'd obviously like to be there with him. We'll have a great challenge here in about 10 days. It'll be a great atmosphere, but there's a lot of work in between that West Final that needs to happen. For it to go the way we want it to go.
How much value is there in this extra week here to prepare?
I think there's value. Today we were able to work on some situations, a situation in particular that there just wouldn't be time to work on. That might come up once a season, once every 5 seasons. So you try to iron out those little details of things that you wouldn't necessarily think of. And OSHA does a great job of that, as well as our offensive and defensive and special team staffs. So that's always a little fun to kind of hypothesize and theorize a little bit on what could happen, and this is how we'll react to it, and this is how we see them reacting to it. But at the end of the day, making sure that we're staying fundamentally sound in the things that we do well, and then trying to morph that into a game plan to win against PC or Sask.
You guys showed a lot of emotion in the post-game celebration there in Montreal. Terrell Ford was saying, I think we celebrate a little too much. It was just another regular season game.
I think anytime you make a kick in the rain like that for 51 yards, I don't care if it's a preseason game, you got to celebrate that. I mean, I think we all take for granted now just how damn good Sergio is, So at the end of the day, we're playing a game, like we're kids playing a game, right? So you go out there and you play for 3 hours in the backyard or on the street, the street lights, turning on there, and you win the last play of the game. I mean, I can still see myself going out there now for Thanksgiving after the season with my buddies from back home. And if we score a game-winning touchdown or a field goal, I'm going to celebrate that. So no, it wasn't overdone. No way. Probably underdone.
Zach, the situational practice you're doing today, does it stick because you just went through a once-in-a-lifetime situational ending? I wonder if it sticks a little more on a practice day like today.
Maybe for some guys, yeah, and maybe for me as well. But the one that we did today was a unique one. I'm not going to get into it too much. So in a different way to look at it for sure. So I thought the coaches did a great job of installing it and showing us some clips of other teams doing it. how we can improve upon it, and if the situation arises, how we can execute it.
Well, and then you guys had to run one in the final play of the Grey Cup last year, right? You had to throw it to Jammer and see
Yep.
what would happen, yeah.
That would have been a situation like that, and that was something that we've worked on over the years. Thinking back to that, they did a good job of calling him out there on the field. And Jammer, with his experience playing Aussie football, still almost executed it because he's just a stud of an athlete, and his hand-eye coordination is just crazy. So, it's a tough memory there.
I know this question if you already heard it, Zach, but I know it's the fourth straight year you guys have won the West and have this week, but how much different is it the fact that you went to the wire in the regular season versus the previous years? Just perspective on this week.
Yeah, I think each year is different. This year has certainly felt different than the previous year, and so was that year for the previous year. I think just, again, I've said this to you guys before, a lot of us have been here for a while, and as we age, we just have more perspective and understand that it's how hard it is to get to this point. And doing it in the fashion that we did there, the last game of the year was exciting, obviously, in a different way than we have, like you said. I think it makes you appreciate it a little bit more. Obviously, guys are a little more banged up, less rest, I guess. But with that, you probably stay a little bit sharper, and human nature. You probably shouldn't say this, but human nature, if as you get it wrapped up, you don't take the foot off the gas, but you could. Some people might say, "I'll put that off till tomorrow." I'll put that off till tomorrow, right? In that situation, you can't. You just got to continue to keep playing, and we'll see how that bodes for us, moving forward. But I think, so far, today was a great day on the field, and guys have been in and around the stadium since that game, and guys are locked in and understand what it takes and how we're going to approach game week. So.
BC, Sask, not going to ask you for a preference because you're probably not going to say you have one, but how do they compare as potential opponents, five-wise and just?
I mean, I look at the defenses, right? I think BC leads the league in sacks, or close to it. Sask is definitely close to it as well and do a great job against the run. I think Sask is a very veteran-laden group. A lot of great players on the D-line and the back end. Milligan had an unbelievable season. Their backers are fast. I have a ton of respect for Thurman and what he does. Coach Mace does a great job there. The flip side, we've seen BC a bunch over the years. I think Coach Phillips does a good job of getting those guys ready for each different opponent they play, and they always have a wrinkle or two. For us, obviously with Betts being back there, makes things difficult up front for the guys from a pass rushing standpoint. And they got guys on the back end, TJ Lee, Peters, et cetera, that have played a lot of football in a lot of big moments, right? So there's a reason that they are where they are. It's a cool year for BC for sure with them hosting the Grey Cup, so I know they'll be fired up for the game. But Sask's a tough place to play, so we'll be ready for either opponent. It's going to be a great game, and hopefully everybody stays healthy.
Yeah.
Your boy, he's dating a pretty high-profile person there, and just a silly question, have you got a wedding invitation or anything in the mail with Travis and Taylor?
No.
All right, guys, we're good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.